Let's talk about happiness. It's the one thing we're all chasing, but what if we've been going about it all wrong? Today, we're going to break down the science of what actually truly makes us feel joyful. Just let that sink in for a second. What if happiness isn't some far-off destination you have to struggle to reach, but it's something you can tap into right now, in this moment? I mean, think about it. We're all taught this formula, right? Work super hard, get that promotion, buy the bigger house, get the pat on the back, and then, finally, you'll be happy. We spend our whole lives on that track. But so many of us, we get the things we thought we wanted, we check all the boxes, and then we look around and think, wait, is this it? Why don't I feel happy? It's a way more common feeling than you might think. Well, that whole feeling of chasing something but never quite getting there, psychologists actually have a name for it, the happiness trap. And it's this powerful loop that just keeps us running and running in place. It's all because of this fascinating idea called the hedonic treadmill. So, for example, studies have shown that about a year after winning the lottery, people are no happier than they were before they won. It's wild. You get a raise, you feel amazing for maybe a month, and then it's just the new normal. We adapt, and our happiness level just resets right back to where it was. So if all those external things, the money, the success, if they aren't the real answer, then what is? Well, this is where the science gets really, really cool. Researchers who study positive psychology have literally mapped out a kind of formula for happiness. And what they found out about the things we think matter, it's pretty shocking. Okay, just look at this. About 50% of your happiness is just your genetic starting point, kind of like your default setting. But here's the absolute kicker. Only 10% of your happiness is determined by your life circumstances. Your job, your salary, where you live, all of that stuff is just 10% of the pie. So the most important number on this screen is this one right here, 40%. Almost half of your entire potential for happiness comes down to your intentional activities, your daily choices, your habits, your mindset. This is your power zone. So the big question is, how do we actually use that 40%? Well, it all comes down to building a simple system of small, repeatable habits that literally rewire your brain for more joy. Science has basically pointed to these 7 key habits. You can see they range from how you start your day to moving your body, connecting with people, and ending your day with gratitude. See? These aren't huge, earth-shattering life changes. They're small, daily actions that have a massive impact. Let's just zoom in on 3 of the most powerful ones. Okay, so the first habit is all about starting with intention. Instead of waking up and immediately grabbing your phone and reacting to whatever the world throws at you, you just take 60 seconds. You ask yourself this one simple question. It completely shifts your mindset from being reactive to being proactive about your own life. And habit number 4 is all about doing something small that actually matters. We think happiness will show up when we finish some huge, epic project. But what the research shows is that it's the feeling of making small, daily progress that really fuels our sense of fulfillment. So help someone out. Finish one tiny task. Create something. That's the good stuff. And this one, habit number 6, this is a total game changer. Reframe your story. See, happy people don't somehow avoid challenges. They just see them differently. When something tough happens, asking this one powerful question flips you from feeling like a victim to having a mindset of growth. So let's see how this whole 40% thing actually plays out in the real world. Imagine 2 different lives. So you've got person A, they have the 10% totally covered, great circumstances, good money, but they're miserable because they're completely ignoring their 40%. They're always comparing, always stressed, always feeling like it's not enough. Then you have person B. Maybe their circumstances are more modest, but they actively work on their 40%. They practice gratitude, they connect with friends, they find joy in small wins. Now, who do you think is actually happier? Science says it's person B, every single time. And all of this, it brings us to a really simple but incredibly profound conclusion about where our happiness really comes from. Seriously, just pause for a moment and really think about this. Everything we're taught to chase, the job, the money, the house, that only accounts for 10% of the entire happiness equation. Just 10%. It's not something you go out and find after you get that next big thing. It's not some destination you arrive at someday in the future. It's a skill, it's a system you build, one tiny intentional choice at a time. It is the direct result of how you decide to use your 40%. When you realize that almost half of your happiness is in your direct control, it's
It's unbelievably empowering. It means you don't need a new life to be happy. You just need some new habits.
So the real question isn't how do I find happiness? It's how do I create it? You have the tools, you have the power, you have your 40%. The only question left is what are you going to do with it, starting right now?